I biked across Austin, climbed hard, randomly helped judge a climbing comp, witnessed an electrifying finals, and somehow ended up ringside at a wrestling match. Austin did not disappoint. I flew out to Austin, Texas to check out the Boulderfest competition at the Austin Bouldering Project. I heard so many cool things about it, so I had to check it out for myself, see if it lived up to the hype. You be the judge. And while I was there, I decided to bike around Austin, check out one of the other climbing gyms, do some climbing, of course, and just have fun. So if you like cycling, love to climb, dude, you're at the right spot. Check it out. We start with a simple bike ride to the climbing gym. What could go wrong? Just got to Austin. I'm going to build this bike up, go hit up one of the bouldering gyms, and go check out the city. I got this dope new cycling travel bag, so sick. And the plan was simple: book an affordable hotel with a shuttle that would take me back and forth to the airport, put my bike together, and then just ride around Austin from the climbing gym to the hotel without spending a dime on Ubers or Lyfts. Though reality had other plans. So I put my bike together, feeling like I'm going to star in Premium Rush to Austin. I hit the road, wind in my hair, climbing gym in the distance, and then bam, my tire goes flat right away. I couldn't believe it. Dude, I never, ever get flats. I didn't even have a spare tube in my bike bag. Such a dummy. Well, I barely started the ride to the Bouldering Project. That's my tire. That sucks. And I didn't bring a spare. That's my fault. All right, well, I guess we'll just walk. I think it's like 8 miles or some shit. So I start hoofing it and immediately realized, dude, there's no fucking way I'm gonna get to the climbing gym in time. So I decided to cheat. I'm not walking. I am going to pick up an Uber and go towards Walmart to pick up a spare, since I fucked up and didn't bring one. Cool, appreciate it. Thank you, have a good night. New plan, go to the store, get a tube, pump that shit up, and then ride to the climbing gym. Bro, no tubes, no fucking tubes at this Walmart. How? So new plan, new plan. Plan C, there was a cycling shop close to Walmart on the other side of the freeway. So I thought, okay, let me just walk around this freeway and get a tube from there. They have to have a tube. It's a cycling shop. I'm walking over there, and as I get closer, I see the sign to the cycling shop. Dude, electric bike shop. And I just feel it. I just feel it in my gut. There's no way these guys have a tube. A 700cc tube? Though there's no way an electric bike is using a 700cc tube. And sure enough, no tubes. So now I'm thinking, now what? What's plan D at this point? As I was piecing out, trying to figure out what I was gonna do next, one of the workers goes, hold up, I might have what I need to patch it up. And dude, I got that shit fixed, kind of. So we patched that shit up, and even though this was taking way longer than I planned on, I was feeling so much better about finally getting to the climbing gym. Finally get back on my bike and start pedaling my way to the Austin Bouldering Project. They did make some adjustments where my tire was rubbing against my frame, which was annoying. So dude, I was just so happy to get back on my bike and be able to ride again. I was feeling good. I mean, it felt like a real life video game where I had all these side quests I had to accomplish and goals to achieve before I can head out to my final mission. Taking out mini bosses before I can hit the climbing gym. Though, there was one more battle I had to fight. Fate struck again. My tires started to go flat again, dude. But I was so close to the climbing gym. I had to keep going. I couldn't stop now. I decided to just keep pushing forward and then riding on the tire that was sinking and sinking and sinking. I could feel that shit whenever I turn. It wasn't on the rims yet. I still had time. I still had time to keep riding, but it was at that point where if you turn, it was just like so hard to like keep control on. I don't know how to explain it. If you know, you know. Finally made it to the Austin Bouldering Project with one wild story to tell. Despite the flats and the detours, I managed to get there. Don't be like me. Carry a spare tube, always. One of the coolest climbing gyms in Austin. Let's check it out. The Austin Bouldering Project Westgate location is surrounded by lots of shopping and dining. It's within a shopping plaza, so it has great walkability. Something I love about the bouldering projects is that it's all bouldering, straight up bouldering. None of that top rope or lead climbing shit taking up my valuable bouldering real estate. Something interesting with the bouldering projects is that the bouldering space is the bouldering space. Once you hit that mat, it's all bouldering. It's like you're right there in the bouldering fields. It's dope because it sets the vibes for the climbing and it's the best use of the space, using as much of the climbing area as they can for climbing. Though it can get busy, so be mindful of where you are, because if you back away from one bouldering wall too much, you're gonna be in the landing zone of another boulder. So keep your head on a swivel. This bouldering project has a good mixture of wall variety and a top eye boulder in the mix as well. Bouldering projects set with the circuit system, and problems can range in difficulty within a certain color set. They have V-grade references to help guide climbers, though the circuit concept explores climbing beyond hard grades and encourages different styles of movement across all difficulties. They're really big on inclusion and encouraging everyone to climb. The circuit climbing concept is so dope because it encourages you as a climber to try climbs that you wouldn't have tried climbing if you were looking for a specific V grade. It allows you to push yourself, try different boulder styles, and makes you a stronger, better climber. The best thing that any climbing gym can offer is a little kid section, and they have two. I mean, I'm not against kids, and I don't hate kids. Parents just need to control their kids. Just how to control kids is what it is. There's a dedicated training area with the campus boards, tension board, kilter board, and of course, fingerboards. There's a really nice workout area with lots of quality equipment. They have a free runner, Olympic style lifting setups, a lot of free weights, and a group fitness room. Upstairs, they have a place to relax and just hang out after climbing. Couches, tables, places to just hang out, relax, do some work from home stuff, or just chill out after climbing. New city, new gym, new projects. Dude, let's climb. It was so busy while I was there, so I couldn't just prop up my phone somewhere and record me climbing. I had to resort to my Insta360, which does not have the best low light quality, so the footage does look kind of wonky. Bummer, yes, I know, though at least it'll give you an idea of what the climbing looks like. So enjoy the climbs. Big skier, open roads, and a climbing comp to get to. Let's ride. I have no idea how I solved my flat tire problem for the next day, though it was good to ride. But I still needed to hit the bike shop to get a new tube. I looked up some bike shops and luckily there was a shop on the way to the Boulderfest comp, so I made my way in that direction. It is Texas, so flat riding for the most part. No crazy mountains to climb. Like, I'm not doing any wild ascents, no steep riding. I'm not hopping up out of the saddle to get over something. And there was basically no wind this day, so it was a beautiful, perfect day to ride. The weather was amazing. It was great. I didn't look for any like specific bike routes or anything. I just rode. A lot of side street residential stuff. I did cross the Colorado River though. I will post the full ride in a separate video, though I'll let you enjoy some of it here. I got to the bike shop, though it seemed like OMG Squee was the place to be. I have no idea what this place is, but there was a long ass line of people waiting to get something from them. It was like popping off over here. I had no idea what was going on, though I had places of my own to be. I got a new tube for the bike and made my way to the Austin Bouldering Project Springdale location, which turned out to be literally just down the street. So it worked out pretty well. I've been to this bouldering project once before on a trip to see a Bad Sons concert, so I was able to get a gym tour without all these people climbing. One of the coolest climbing gyms in Austin. Let's check it out. The Austin Bouldering Project Springdale location is huge. It has lots of bouldering. I mean, like a lot. It is a bouldering project, so exclusively bouldering, which I love. None of that rope shit, which means more routes for me. They have a little top out boulder. The walls get pretty high and the wall variety is fantastic. Slight to aggressive overhang, slab, roof, and a lot of interesting shapes. That means whatever type of climbing you're into, they have it. They have a massive room full of bouldering, though they also have a back room with even more bouldering and a kids section. Similar to their Westgate location, they have a second floor with desk and couches and space to just chill out, work from home, and just relax. A full fitness area, and locker rooms with a sauna and showers. Climbing, beer, prizes, a DJ on a top out boulder? Dude, Austin knows how to throw a comp. I'm taking you on one of the wildest comp experiences I've ever attended. Now, I didn't compete at all. I just flew out there to see what all the hype was about, check out the vibes, and get some sick content for the channel. I'm hoping as I get better with these videos and gain more followers, I'll actually get invited to go check out these comps and get content. Like, yo, could you come out? We have this big climbing event. We would love for you to make a video about it. VIP access, exclusive content. How sick would that be? The atmosphere was electric with tons of people. And yes, there was food on site and free beer. Dude, bouldering projects know how to go all out for their events. And get this, one of the sickest things at this competition was a platform built specifically for a DJ to do his thing on top of a top out boulder. It was like something out of like Project X. Seriously, a mash between a climbing comp and a music festival. A bunch of cool vendors and a spot where people were getting on-site flash tattoos. This right here, this is what I'm trying to get at. I'm trying to be the dude on top of the boulder taking content. So if you can hook it up with a press pass to a sick bouldering event, dude, hit me up. Let me know. So there it was, just chilling, hanging out, enjoying the vibes, getting content for the channel when they made an announcement that they need volunteers to judge. So I pulled the Katniss, volunteered as tribute, and became a judge. Just doing my part, you know? It was pretty sweet. They gave me a little goodie bag, got some free pizza, and they hooked it up with this Boulderfest t-shirt. Hopefully you saw that, I have no idea. We'll see. This is the first climbing competition I have attended where they've had official judges for the preliminary competition, which is pretty sweet. I'd imagine most climbers don't have the qualities of someone that would cheat and say they topped a boulder without actually doing it. Though it was cool to have judges, and it just made the event and climbing so organized. Even though I'm sure some sandbag and say they're a beginner climber when they should be in the like intermediate or advanced. Though anyways, having judges made the event just way more organized. Every other climbing competition I've been to prior to this has just been chaos. It's just a bunch of people and you're just like waiting for your turn to jump on the wall, and you're like, oh, is this person gonna go, or is this person, and then you just like rush up and it's like, oh, no, you go, bro. It's not like bad or anything like that, though. If you are more shy and introverted, you can be standing on the sidelines for a while more aggressive people kind of like push their way or run to the wall to get in a climb. So this was refreshing. You stand in line for a boulder you want to attempt. When you get to the front, you hand your scorecard to the judge, someone pretty dope like me. Go up to the wall, you try your attempt. If you don't get it, the judge just marks it down as a try, and then you go to the back of the line. Or if you get it, the judge marks it that you sent it. I guess the downside would be that if you jumped on the wall and you just like slipped up like right away, you couldn't even get the start. It wasn't like you could attempt it multiple times or just like, oh damn, let me just try it again real fast. It was to the back of the line. So for popular, easier boulders, there was like a long wait. So if you missed your attempt, you had to go to the back of the line and then wait a while for your second attempt. Though I'm sure it was probably better than multiple people just like trying to cut their way in or try to jump on the wall with chaos. I ended up on like one of the harder open climbs, like more advanced climbs. And this was the second session where most of the stronger climbers were in the earlier session. So I basically just hung out and watched people climb. I eventually got moved to an easier boulder though. So I did a lot of judging and earned my pizza and free t-shirt. After the prelims, they raffled off some seriously sick prizes. Yeti coolers, climbing pads, climbing shoes, and a bunch of other awesome gear. Dude, people were getting hyped over some water bottles. This climbing comp was vibes for sure. So what do you think? Have you ever been to an event like this? This wasn't the end though. The best climbers in Austin battle it out. Boulderfest finals were insane. The format is pretty much like any finals comp. So if you've watched Olympic climbing or any climbing competition, it's basically most likely the same. For this competition, they had 3 final boulder problems. The finalists had some time to preview the boulders. They went into isolation and then they brought them out one by one for their chance to top. I'm pretty sure they had the standard 4 minutes as well. 4 minutes and that's it. If you're on the wall and 4 minutes is done, time is up. Even if you were seconds away, 1 second away from topping the boulder. Though I don't know, what do you think? They used to have climbing competitions where if you were on the wall still after the 4 minutes was up, you still had that one final attempt to top. Yes, it did make the climbing finals longer, and some climbers probably took too much advantage of it where they just hung out on the wall for an extended period of time to just relax and recover a bit. Though at the same time, it was also exciting to see and know that they had one final attempt, one final good attempt. They weren't rushing to try to beat the timer. They could put everything they had into it. They could take their time and really try to top this boulder out. I think there's a way where they can combine both climbing competition styles where, yes, they have 4 minutes, though once that 4 minutes is up, they get a little extended period if they're still on the wall, similar to soccer, like some extended time. Like, okay, time is up, though you're still on the wall, so we'll give you an extra 2 minutes, or we'll give you 1 extra minute to top out the boulder. If you're still on the wall after that 1 or 2 minutes, then dunzo, you had your chance. Get off the wall. Right? Wouldn't that be sick? Like a compromise between the two? I will be posting the full finals comp without me yapping on it soon. So make sure to hit the bell notification to get notified when that drops. Climbing comp with wrestling, dude, this was wild. After the Boulderfest finals showdown, there was a whole ass wrestling performance. Now, I haven't watched wrestling since I was a kid, and I was a little skeptical of the corniness, though it was pretty entertaining. If it's not done right, it could be like very lame, backyard, super fake wrestling. So dude, these guys went all out. The characters were wild, the MCs had some fantastic wordplay, and the crowd was into it. There were heroes, there were villains, there was a story with heart, and it was just a fun watch. Random. Just absolutely random to have a wrestling match after a climbing competition. Even though they had like climbing characters and climbing references, I mean, how do you link the two together? It was entertainment though. It was entertainment. I was, however, very disappointed that the Birds of War did not make an appearance. Stop. Dude, how sick would that have been if the Birds of War were there?
What's up, America? All right. Hey, troops! All right, guys, drop a beat for us. You ready? Stomp, clap, stomp, stomp, clap, stomp, clap, stomp, stomp, clap. Come on, America! Clap, y'all! The eagles born out of thunder. He flies through the night. Don't you mess with his eggs now.
I will of course be posting the full wrestling matches on the channel if you want to check those out. Such a fun trip, and highly grateful that I was able to go just for the fuck of it. I had a blast, and the Austin Boulderfest is a must do if you're in the area. And if you're in the area looking to get into climbing, or new to the area looking for a climbing gym, the Bouldering Projects are for sure a must stop option. They're pretty dope and definitely worth checking out. Next on Ride Climb Drink, I go back up to Salt Lake City to see one of the greatest bands ever. I got another Dead Point Halloween climbing competition, and I head to Seattle to go to another Boulderfest. Some good shit coming up, so sub up, hit that like button to show support, and drop a comment for the algo. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Gang gang, skirt skirt, yeet yeet.
What the fuck, dude? Subscribe already. You like this shit.
Dude, let's fucking go. 0 to 33 eagles.